Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Dragonheir video. I'd like to thank Dragonheir for making this channel possible. I do need to say, unfortunately, Dragonheir will not be continuing in the US, so be aware of that. I am in Season 4 right now. I'm on the Dance of Misfortune. We've got our seasonal event where we get a chance to gain ourselves this awesome legendary hero, Calavera. I have done videos where I've kind of talked about just how quality I think this hero is going to be. Plus, by the way, so cool. It's one of the best looking heroes I think I've seen in any game of this type. They're absolutely knocking it out of the park here with Calavera in Dragonheir, I think. But anyway, what we're going to be talking about is the different challenges to earn yourself these petals and ultimately be able to get yourself the hero from the shop. We're needing 200. So getting yourself teams together to beat the various bosses is super important. Already did a video where I talked about the Radiance boss, and picking up the damage and the petals is really important to be able to get this without having to go full Kraken mode. This, I'd say, potentially the hardest boss, actually. The second one where we're looking at the process here, basically doing more damage if you've got poison heroes. And this is what's important about these kind of like end of season bosses or challenges, is you need to bring team compositions that deal with the boss that you're looking at. So enemies take 100% more poison damage. We're going to be trying to build a poison squad here. This one I'd say is really difficult if you don't have Rook. Like, Rook makes this so much easier because he just puts out so much damage. But in terms of this one here, so Quaesitia is the enemy. It's got a lot of stuff going on. It's actually a very challenging boss. There's a 50% chance of inflicting recharge speed penalty on the attacker for 5 seconds when dealing damage. This basically means that unless you stack high resistance everywhere, you're going to find it difficult to like time all of your skills to go off at the right time, because this is just randomly going to be kicking in now and then. It's actually a really challenging passive. This effect can only be triggered every 3 seconds. The hero takes 30% decreased damage from basic attacks. So the main thing here is the recharge speed penalty. It's really just messes you up. Immune to control stuff as normal. Got the first skill here. So drags the farthest enemy towards the hero and does necrotic damage with a 75% chance of inflicting fear and knocked up. So the main strat I'd say here is to make sure whoever's furthest away on the grid, ideally it's some sort of healer, they've got high resistance so that you can at least control this ability. If you're constantly controlling the person who's going to be pulled in with resistance, then actually the rest of your team can function as a team as they should. So that's going to be really important. Whoever your healer is, high resistance, we can see what we need here. And these first two abilities, at least most of the skill, will still take damage, but most of the skill will not be activating, and we'll basically be able to bypass a big part of this boss's abilities. We can't do too much about this though. So the ultimate here is launches 3 attacks to the target area. We can see the area is quite a big range, dealing necrotic damage and reducing their ult energy by 10%. So again, unless you go high resistance, that's going to happen. 100% chance for the third attack to inflict knocked up, which basically means that you're only doing basics, and you're going to get attack penalty on you as well. So your ranged, you obviously want to be outside of this kind of like grid. Your healer, you want to be furthest back so they take the kind of like pull-in ability with high resistance. And then you're dealing with a decent chunk of what's coming at you. In terms of heroes, now there's good heroes in this group. So in terms of this one, I mean, if you were lucky enough to get either Lothar or Rook, and they're both exclusive, so it's pretty low chance, then you've got a good chance of getting maximum damage here and kind of like taking it down. There's other good heroes. Odrok is good in this group. Obviously, champions like Furbath. Ideally, you've seen my videos on Furbath. He's absolutely exceptional as a tank, and he's going to be able to tank up and heal up really well for you. You could also go poison and fire combo. So obviously in fire, we've got some really good epics as well that can bring some good damage. So yeah, Arasis can do some good damage, but it's probably going to, obviously you're not going to get the multiplier from the poison benefit. Tolanon's also very good, but again, you won't get the poison benefit. But champions like Adolphus, that might be your healer or shielding champion that you decide to bring in. I was actually lucky enough this season to pull Cineral as well, who's going to be like top tier here. But when you're looking at epics and below, I think you're going to struggle on this boss to really hit like the top damage levels. If I was thinking of, I guess it's worth calling out actually, we also, if you were around for the seasons and got Elminster, could be a good support for you to kind of like negate the damage here. So yeah, I mean, this was going to be a challenge, but as I say, if you've managed to pick up a couple of the exclusives, then you're probably going to be home and dry. I will do a follow-up with some of the other bosses as well this week, so look out for that. But yeah, I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.